Yes?
That's all.
Just, I tell you, purely expressions alone sell everything she wants to say. Welcome back to another reaction, and if it's your first time here, welcome in. I'm Flair Unique, and today we're going to be watching The Devil Wears Prada. This movie is one of my favorites. This may be the first time that I had seen Meryl Streep in anything. Now, after seeing this, I saw, there was an old movie with her in it, and it's like, I forget the name of that movie. Death Becomes Her, I think it is. My God, I can't put the right words to it. I really wish I could. There's just something about the way that she acts in this. It's so effortless, but I know that it took her a lot. Like, she went through a lot of, she talked to the lady who basically they're portraying, researched her and went through a lot to do this role. It really shows the dedication that she put into it. Everything about her is so believable. Like, you would think that this is her just natural every day-to-day life. But if I could praise her on for days and days and days, it would be a struggle to work for this woman. I would never. But Andrea, she does a great job. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this one. If you haven't seen it, I do recommend you go watch the movie first before you watch the reaction with me. Other than that, I really appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you so much for showing up. Please feel free to leave a rating. Let's go ahead and jump into today's reaction.
I have an appointment with Emily Charlton.
Andrea Sachs?
Yes?
Great. Human Resources certainly has an odd sense of humor. Follow me.
I just love her. I love her.
You work a year for her and you can get a job at any magazine you want. A million girls would kill for this job. An interest in fashion is crucial.
What makes you think I'm not interested in fashion?
The subtle look. She's just like,
Did someone eat an onion bagel?
She is the extreme contrast to, well, I wouldn't say so extreme. It's not like she's so bad off. It's just she's great contrast to Miranda. Meryl looks so good. She looks so damn good.
9:45 sharp. Then call Natalie at Glorious Foods and tell her no for the 40th time. No, I don't want aqua.
Like, no one wants to run into her.
Tonight, and then call my husband. Ask him to please meet me for dinner at that place I went to with Massimo. Also, tell Richard I saw all the pictures.
She doesn't even finish her sentences. I couldn't even type out the things that she's saying as fast as she's saying them.
Clearly, I'm going to have to do that myself because the last two you sent me were completely inadequate, so send her in. That's all.
That's all.
And before today, you had never heard of me,
No.
and you have no style.
You have no idea what you're in for.
I think that depends on what you're...
No. That wasn't a question.
Won a national competition for college journalists with my series on the Janitors Union, which exposed the
That's all.
exploitation of...
Jeez. That 3-part look she gave her, she looked at the top, middle, and bottom, was like, no, that wasn't a question.
I am not skinny or glamorous, and I don't know that much about fashion, but I'm smart. I learn fast, and I will work
All right,
very
I've got
hard.
the exclusive on the Cavalli for Gwyneth. But the problem is, with that huge feathered headdress that she's...
Honestly, from that interaction alone, you can tell, you would know you're not going to be very valued off the start. So you'd have to be willing to accept that.
Wait, you got a job at a fashion magazine?
I mean, look at this dump Nate works in. I mean, come on. Paper napkins? Hello?
Yeah, and Lily, she works at that gallery doing,
They set them up as being such a close-knit group, but they really are they're not very understanding of her position as this progresses.
Pick up her coffee order on the way.
Now?
Now get a pen and write this down. I want one no-foam skimmed latte with an extra shot and 3 drip coffees.
She would have had to record a message and send that to me. I would have never remembered.
Is there some reason that my coffee isn't here? Has she died or something?
No.
No. One thing that I noticed with the characters is everyone emotes something very strongly, very distinct, but Miranda always talks the same. It's the faces, it's the nuances in everything she does. She's a very complex character with very little expression by words and tonation.
Oh, Emily, what do I do?
Deal with it.
They have no training videos, they don't have everything, they just throw you in.
She is in a meeting. Can I please take a message? Uh-huh. Okay. Can you please spell Gabbana?
Not today.
I don't think I need these. Miranda hired me. She knows what I look like.
Do you?
Obviously, a place like this isn't going to have training videos or anything like that, but how did they prepare her?
Couldn't have been clearer. There you are, Emily. How many times do I have to scream your name?
Actually, it's Andy.
She's taken aback, like, did you just?
I need 10 or 15 skirts from Calvin Klein.
Okay, what kind of skirts do you...
Please bore someone else with your questions. And make sure we have Pier 59 at 8 a.m. tomorrow. And remind Jocelyn I need...
Better start writing this down.
Did de Marchelier confirm?
Marshall...
De Marchelier? Did he get him on the phone?
Like how? How is she supposed to know any of this?
Yes?
Oh no.
That's all.
I'm telling you, purely expressions alone sell everything she wants to say.
I have Miranda Priestley calling. I have Patrick.
I place the blame on Emily. You want me to replace you? You gotta train me.
Did she say which skirts?
No.
Did she say what kind?
No,
Colour?
I tried to ask her,
You
but...
never ask Miranda anything. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have some prior commitment? Some hideous skirt convention you have to go to?
The disrespect.
5 scarves we ordered for her.
Okay.
Cassidy forgot her homework at Dalton. Pick that up.
Oh, yeah, and Miranda went out to meet with Mizell, and she will want more Starbucks when she gets back.
I don't like texting much, but they would have to text some of this. They need to text like all of that. That's too many details.
Is this her, the new me?
Hi.
Told you?
I thought you were kidding.
No, quite serious, yeah.
That's some high school stuff right there. I hate it. I hate it. I thought you were kidding. No, ma'am. Don't come in here and talk about me. I'm going to say something back.
Bird rabbits. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Andy Sachs, Miranda's new assistant.
Oh, congratulations, young lady. 1 million girls would kill for that job.
Bye-bye.
Even though they keep saying that, I don't see it. What is it? They would kill for the chance to be able to work in fashion or want to work with Miranda?
You people have had hours and hours to prepare. It's just so confusing to me. Do you think it's too much like...
Like a La Croix from July? I thought that, but no, not with the right accessories. It should work.
Where are the belts for this dress? Why is no one ready?
She is so exhausted by these people.
They're so different.
Big mistake.
Something funny?
Oh no. She's gonna tear her apart.
Learning about this stuff and,
This stuff?
Oof.
Oh, okay. I see. You think this has nothing to do with you. You're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care about what you put on your back.
Look at the world stop around her. Everyone is just waiting for her to get torn down.
Into some tragic casual corner where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin. However, that blue
Oh, look at you. You messed up.
that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff.
She is not happy unless everyone around her is panicked, nauseous, or suicidal. And the clackers just worship her.
That's just day one. Oh my God.
Another $300,000 reshooting something that was probably fine to begin with to sell people things they don't need.
That's the extent of her blowing off steam for the day. I do that on a regular day of work. This and this happened with this customer, and they did this and that. It would be a whole new level if I had to work for Miranda.
Here are my eggs. Here, where are my eggs?
Excuse me.
Pick up the Polaroids from the lingerie shoot. It's a paper I had in my hand yesterday morning. Girls need new surfboards or boogie boards or something.
When which piece of paper? I just, where's the piece of paper I had in my hand yesterday morning?
Get me that little table that I like at that store on Madison. Get us a reservation for dinner tonight at that place. Get me ice.
Notice how many of her demands are absolutely vague. That place, that piece of paper, that little table, and you can't ask her anything. I would just record her every time she comes into the room. Every time, so that I know exactly what it is and I can reference it at any time.
Yeah, we're gonna go out to dinner, maybe see Chicago. You doing anything fun this weekend? Yes.
That's so short. Yes.
I don't want you to get behind me, Red.
How did you... I'm gonna kill Mom.
That is a detail that surprises me in here. She's working a very difficult job by anyone's standard. How would she not be getting paid enough to make her rent and stuff?
It's some absurd weather problem. I need to get home tonight. The twins have a recital tomorrow morning at school.
What?
At school.
At school, that's the part.
What do you mean nothing is flying up? It's from Miranda Priestley, and I know
It's a hurricane. Come on now. She expects the impossible.
but no one is flying out because of the weather.
Please. It's just, I don't know, drizzling. Someone must be...
They're so dumb. Okay, but honestly, would you even want to fly in that? Come on now. You might not even make it to takeoff before something happens and you guys are already in danger.
I thought you would be different. I said to myself, go ahead. Take a chance. Hire the smart fat girl.
Oh my God. She's ridiculous. The smart fat girl, she's not even... There's no fat on that.
I really did everything I could think of.
That's all.
She has no time to process emotions. Out with what she wants to say and keep moving.
I can get another girl to take your job in 5 minutes. One who really wants it.
I would just like a little credit for the fact that I'm killing myself trying.
Ugh, Andy, be serious. You are not trying. Wake up, 6. She's just doing her job.
Yeah, that's the truth. Like, it is her just doing her job. So, I mean, you can't hate on her. That's how she got there. But still, so much to deal with is that woman.
Nigel.
No.
I don't know what you expect me to do. All right, we'll turn this for you. And
A poncho.
you'll take what I give you and you'll like it.
This changing of clothes, I get it. I get what the value is behind it. This obviously gets you some cool points. She's gonna like seeing that, but her thing is more on
Miranda Priestley's office.
your interactions with her. It's more of how you work with her.
Are you wearing the
Chanel boots? Yeah, I am.
You look good.
What?
Oh, shut up, Serena.
Why wouldn't you like that, Emily? Why wouldn't you like it?
I think we better get out of here before my girlfriend sees me.
This is probably the one gripe that I have with this. I would have liked if she could have stayed in her own attire. Stay in the way that you were and adapt from there. I don't think the fashion and losing weight had anything to do with it. A little bit for Miranda.
The thing is, it turns out that there is more to runway than just fancy purses. Look, here's an essay by Jay McInerney, a piece by Joan Didion.
You see right there? That is her adapting already. That's all she really needed to do. Learn more about it. Be more knowledgeable.
Lily, no. The thing, look that thing up. It's gonna answer. It's gonna answer.
No,
Miranda?
not at all. They're ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
They didn't have to be such assholes.
I don't know if the sentiment that they wanted us to go for there is that, oh, she was wrong for getting so upset with them. They were playing around with her livelihood right there.
Oh, yes, you must be the new Emily. Who made that fantastic thing?
You.
Duh.
Damn, that look he gave her. Or was that look toward the bag?
Excuse us, girls. She'll have
Hey, here's an upside. Working there, you do get to go to some really fancy little get-togethers and whatnot, but sadly, alone.
Never survived Miranda. Well, you seem nice, smart. You can't do that job.
Gotta go.
I mean, that wasn't an insult. That was actually very nice of him to say. You were too good for that job.
Emily?
Okay, but this far in, you know what? Lady, you're going to get one thing right. My name.
And I'll need a change of clothes.
Well, I've already messengered your outfit over to the shoot.
Fine. And Andrea, I would like you to deliver the book to my home tonight.
There it was. Finally getting her name right. All of that she just did, she could have done that in her own regular clothes, her own regular fashion, her own identity.
Do not look at anyone. This is of the utmost importance. You must be invisible. Do you understand? You hang the dry cleaning in the closet across from the staircase.
Like, ma'am, can you draw me a diagram? I'm gonna need to know exactly where, because I'm not trying to get caught.
Thank you.
You can give the book to us.
Nope. Shh, quiet.
Or you can bring the book upstairs. Emily does it all the time.
She does.
Right, she does. All the time.
Oh my God. They've set her up to be such a very smart character to this point. She wouldn't have fallen for that. Come on now.
Waiting for you for almost an hour.
I told you that the cell phones didn't work. Nobody could get us.
Run.
I knew what everyone in that restaurant was.
Ooh, I would have ran so fast. Oh no! Oh my God, the look.
Why didn't you just climb into bed with her and ask for a bedtime story?
Okay, I made a mistake.
She's not happy.
Oof. Oh man, that look of death. Oh, she stared right through her.
We have all the published Harry Potter books. Twins want to know what happens next.
I can tell the twins what happens next.
And you can do anything, right? Yes, Bobsy. I know, baby. Mommy's working very hard to get it for you.
Not her taking all of the credit. Yeah, where would you even begin on that? Honestly, that would have just been it. I don't think that I would have figured out how to get it done. The moment she said that, I probably would have packed it up.
Quit? Are you sure?
I failed. She's gonna fire me anyway. I might as well beat her to the punch.
Wow. Andy, good for you. Congratulations. You're free.
She's invested way too much into this for anyone to be happy for her to have been defeated in it, especially her boyfriend.
You have 1 hour.
But you know what? Here it is. Eat it, Miranda.
1 copy. What are my twins going to do with that? Share?
No, I made 2 copies.
She didn't ask for 2 copies. I'd have been like, yeah, they can share.
Well, where are these fabulous copies? I don't see them anywhere.
They're with the twins. On the train on the way to Grandma's.
Well, I almost hit the rewind so I could see which Harry Potter book it was. That would have messed up my editing so very badly. Color me impressed.
Listen, Nate.
Wait a minute. You quit your job, but you're still working on a twin science project?
Why is she doing their science project for them? That's not a part of your job. What? I guess if Miranda says so, it is.
Well, there is one other thing that's new that I thought you might like, but, what about this? You don't like it. I should better.
Tell her that I switched into Dior for the Rochade.
Great, can't wait.
Excuse me. Can we adjust the attitude? I think we featured one of the models.
I like how close they've become during all of this. If it weren't for him, she wouldn't have made it through this. You can't depend on Emily to be the one to help you through. Nigel is real, but he is also understanding.
Oh, God, it's a benefit tonight. I've been looking forward to it for months. I refuse to be sick. I'm wearing Valentino for crying out loud.
Oh, dear God. Wait, how do they handle sick days? I couldn't imagine trying to call out for a sick day.
Before the benefit tonight, I need to make sure that you're both fully prepped.
Thought that only the first assistant went to the benefit.
Only when the first assistant hasn't decided to become an incubus of viral plague.
So she acknowledges that she's sick, but won't let her go home and rest.
I have to run all these by tonight.
No, don't be silly, Andrea. These 2.
Okay, but hurry.
Oh, please believe me, I will. This is the last thing that I want to. Oh, I love that. But I'll call you the second I'm leaving, okay?
Yeah, it would be disappointing that she couldn't make it to certain events and stuff like that, especially if she said ahead of time that she was going to be going to them, but her job is unpredictable. Why would you can't hold that against her.
You look so thin.
Do I? Well, I'm on this new diet. It's very effective. Well, I don't eat anything. And when I feel like I'm about to faint, I eat a cube of cheese.
That's a terrible diet. Just as you're about to faint, make sure you have a little cube of cheese. Very unhealthy weight reduction expectations. Do not do anything like that ever. To know how to lose weight, consult a personal trainer. That is your very best bet.
Wait, he was part of the... Oh, God, I know this is...
It's Ambassador Franklin, and that's the woman that he left his wife for, Rebecca.
Don't be surprised you've been doing your work.
Thank you.
I live for those exchanges between these two. They have very few times in here where they're actually pleasant with each other.
But what I did read wasn't half bad. And, you know, I think you have a talent, Andy. He should meet you. Why don't you come in just for one
This
drink?
is huge.
Okay, yeah, I guess I could for one. No, I can't.
Yes, but yes, you can. You're already late. Give it a chance. Call and see, hey, you know what? I'm being offered this opportunity.
You know, I didn't have a choice.
Don't worry about it. And go to bed. You look really pretty.
So he waited up all night. I stayed up this whole time, so when you walk through the door, I can show you how upset I am. I guess I have more than one gripe with this movie.
I need the best possible team with me. That no longer includes Emily.
Her whole life is about Paris. She hasn't eaten in weeks.
If you don't go, I'll assume you're not serious about your future.
It almost feels like stabbing Emily in the back, even though you're not. The two of you work in the same place for the same lady. You realize there's very little choice. It still would feel like that. It feel like betrayal. And she just started getting Emily's respect. If they were just to show us that she's spending zero time with him at all anymore, okay, I could understand it a little bit more. Maybe it's implied that that's just what's going on. She just never spends time with him, but I don't think that would be the case. I don't know. You guys share with me. What do you think about the whole situation with her and her boyfriend? I keep trying to understand it a little bit more.
Well, I hope it's not another Miranda problem.
Not exactly.
Well, good, because I've got so much to deal with before I go. I swear to God,
Just out here doing all this stuff for Miranda, gets hit by a car, and guess who's not going to go see her?
You should have said no.
Emily, I didn't have a choice. Oh, you know how she is.
Please, that is a pathetic excuse.
But you truly do know.
Do you know what really just kills me about this whole thing? It's the clothes that you're gonna get. I mean, you don't deserve them. You eat carbs, for Christ's sake.
That's what all this suffering comes down to. They really get a chance at so much. Like a trip to Paris, that's a big deal. And then, of course, all the fashion and stuff, all the stuff that she gets along with it.
Sorry, I'll be too busy working. I'll have to find someone else's life to change.
Oh, now you gave that a little bit extra attention. That was a bit more justified. She saw her kind of in the moment with this guy, really admiring him when things are a bit more distance between her and Nate.
You used to say this was just a job. You used to make fun of the runway girls. What happened? Now you've become one of them. Just own up to it. And then we can stop pretending like we have anything in common anymore.
Those are fighting words. He feels like they just don't have anything in common anymore. He's been fighting to try and hold on to something. I don't see it in his favor, but I see it a bit more from his side now. I think it's less that he's upset about her job, more upset about the distance that's coming in between them. They're not spending enough time to have any more common grounds. Their lives are going in two different directions. Okay, that can make sense.
You still owe me for Harry Potter.
Oh, do I?
Of course you do. Are you working tonight?
Oh. No, actually, Miranda has a dinner.
Great, you're free.
That wasn't in the agreement. They didn't agree to owe anything.
We need to go over the seating chart.
She looks so different without all the extra makeup on, but she still looks so beautiful.
Another disappointment. Another letdown. Another father figure. Gone.
We needed a moment for them to humanize her. And that was the best way. Full contrast to what she's usually like. No makeup, doesn't have it all together, breaking down a little bit.
You're leaving. I can't imagine Runway without you.
I'm so excited, though. For the first time in 18 years, I'm going to be able to call the shots in my own life. Oh, my God.
The relief, the excitement. And you really want this for him. You really do.
Do you just write stuff like that down and then file it away to use in us girls?
I'm Christian Thompson. That's my
That's
way.
your way, right?
I wonder if he's portraying a real person. Christian Thompson.
So beautiful.
No.
I can't.
It was unwarranted.
You know, Nate and I just split up a couple days ago and I can't.
Never when someone's been drinking. Never. Especially they're saying no repeatedly.
I'm out of excuses.
Thank God.
Not while she's drinking. Not while she's, I wouldn't say drunk, but tipsy. Buzz?
They're replacing Miranda?
Yeah. And she's bringing me in to run all the editorial content. Jacqueline does the same thing for a lot less money.
Feels like every company decision ever made tried to pay people less with the same amount of experience.
Baby, it's done.
I'm not your baby.
Why would he even go there? That line, it just felt so out of place.
I need to talk to you.
Do not disturb me.
But,
Miranda is giving you no reason to this point to believe that she would not be capable of dealing with the next blow or be uninformed about it the way she's on top of everything.
And it's my great happiness today to announce to you all that that person is my friend and longtime esteemed colleague, Jacqueline Follet.
The absolute betrayal. How does she go on work? How does Nigel go on working with her after pulling the rug from under him like that?
When the time is right, she'll pay me back.
you sure about that?
No. But I hope for the best.
Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad for him. How could you not feel bad for Nigel? As long as he's been with her and putting up with her crap. Although he's in a different position with her than everybody else. So luckily he has more respect from her.
I've known what was happening for quite some time. Truth is, there is no one that can do what I do, including her. I see a great deal of myself in you.
That was the nail in the coffin.
I couldn't do what you did to Nigel, Miranda. You already did. To Emily.
She says it so evil. Like she takes pride in it.
Everybody wants to be us.
She altered the course of this man's life. He was about to have it so much easier. Emily was just going to get a trip. Nope. I don't think so. People just turn their cell phones off.
Well, I wanted to say that you were right about everything.
No.
That I turned my back on my friends and my family and...
No. Oh, this ending. If we're supposed to be led to believe that that's how we're supposed to have felt, I don't feel that.
Interviewed at the Oak Room.
And?
You're looking at their new sous chef. I'm moving up there in a couple weeks.
It's great. Congratulations.
So she's supposed to just be happy with his decision? If they were still together, she'd have to move to a whole other place for that?
My only question is, Runway? You were there for less than a year. What the hell kind of a blip is that?
A very strong one.
Facts from Miranda Priestley herself. You were by far her biggest disappointment. And if I don't hire you, I am an idiot.
That is a huge, huge praise coming from Miranda. After the hell you had to go through with that woman. Just one compliment in any capacity. it goes a long way.
Hey, Emily, it's Andy. Don't hang up. I have all these clothes from Paris, and I don't have any place to wear them. You could take them off my hands.
I will have Roy pick them up this afternoon.
Thanks, Emma. I appreciate it.
Don't be rude. Say bye. I like how fond of them how fond of her they all were. I just wish they could have made that a little bit more clear when she was actually there with them. Oh, come on. She's like, I didn't expect any different. I love that.
Go.
Oh, God. That was the perfect final interaction for them. I wish there was just more of that character. Like, I enjoyed this so much. I wish there was another one. I know Emily didn't get much screen time, but the time that she did make of it, the time that she did have, she made full use of it. And Anne Hathaway, like, she's always a good actress. She's a strong actress in everything that I've seen her in so far, even when she doesn't take the main role. But the one who really steals this show, who steals all of the movie, Meryl Streep steals the entire movie. I don't know about the ending for this one. I don't know what they were expecting us to think or what we're supposed to exactly feel, because it feels like they wanted us to side with the narrative that she gave up on everybody and she was the one who did all this, when we're clearly shown she was given very little decision in all of it. I don't believe that that was the case. I don't think that they really sold me on that one. They did not have to make her change character so much, but if that's the way they want to tell a story, that's the way they want to tell a story. It's just, I feel like it would have been more outstanding if she would have done it with her own regular identity, because all it was is that she just adapted into doing what her job required her to do. That had nothing to do with her changing clothes or losing weight. That was just for the aesthetics. That was just for little bits of praise she could get out of Miranda for doing so. I think we'll have to put some more Meryl Streep stuff on the channel eventually. If you guys enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a rating. If you didn't enjoy the video, please feel free to leave a rating. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, stay safe, be bright, give someone a reason to smile today, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.